All right, happy Tuesday, everyone. It's been a huge week in the points and loyalty world. One of the largest elephants in the room was the Marriott and Starwood takeover, I guess you could say. It's not necessarily a merger. As a longtime Starwood Platinum, I will be honest, I've been pretty nervous about how this program was going to shake out. But yesterday at 4:30 p.m., we got the official news. We dropped 7 detailed blog posts outlining everything you need to know from the new program to elite status to the co-brand cards that are going to be coming from Amex and Chase. Yet there are still tons and tons of questions because this is pretty complicated stuff. So today we've got the head of loyalty for Marriott, David Flueck, with us. David, thank you for joining. David's going to take us through the program high level. We only have about 25 minutes. We really want to stick to our reader questions. So if you've got questions for David, we have him here now. So ask away on the live feed. We've got people monitoring that. We also have the top questions from all of our posts yesterday. So before we dig into questions, David, tell us the high level, what's happening here.
Well, first of all, Brian, thanks for having me on. I'm glad that you made it back from Coachella.
In one piece.
Join us for the event. I'm always excited to see where you're traveling.
That was cool. Marriott had an event yesterday with Keith Urban that was pretty, I'm not a huge country fan, but Keith Urban, I mean, he's a rock star.
Yeah, it was an amazing event, and we were thrilled to unveil our new program for our members around the world. We had an incredible event in New York last night. I know you were able to join us. We also had events in Toronto and in Mexico City. Today we're doing them in London, Dubai, Shanghai, so really around the world.
So are you getting on a flight to Dubai after this?
I am not going to all of them, but it's a chance to celebrate our members around the world, which has really been fun.
It was cool. There were a ton of SPG members there last night. I kind of felt like a celebrity. All the consultants who were, you invited all your Starwood and Marriott VIPs.
We had a ton of members. And overall, they've been incredibly excited. And for us, it's just such a proud moment to be able to unveil the new program and bring together Marriott Rewards, Ritz-Carlton Rewards, and SPG into one unified program with one set of benefits.
So this unified program, so let's talk logistics. So I currently have all 3 accounts, Ritz, Marriott, and SPG. But come August of this year, what's going to happen?
That's right. So starting in August, our members will be able to combine their accounts.
Okay.
And so we're doing 2 things that are going to happen.
And unlike today, where you can go back and forth, you're going to have, which account are you going to have? Are you going to be able to choose like your Starwood number if you love that? You can choose that as your.
You'll be able to choose your account. We are going to have to move to one standard set of account numbers.
Yeah.
And so some numbers may change for those members who keep the Starwood affiliation. But the couple things that are going to happen. One is that we're making all the points equivalent. You'll have one account, one set of points, one seamless experience. So it means that if you have SPG points today, if you have 100,000 SPG points, we're going to convert them into the new currency at a 3-to-1 ratio. So that 100,000 SPG points becomes 300,000, and then you can combine your accounts. And so if you have 300,000 of the new currency in your SPG account and 300,000 in your Marriott Rewards account, you'll then have a combined account of 600,000 points.
Got it. And then so what that means for redeeming, so right now if you have Starwood, you can transfer, but you have to redeem through Marriott. So there'll be one portal for redeeming, one website to redeem for all of the hotels. How many hotels are in the combined portfolio?
Yes, we now have over 6,500.
6,000 properties, okay.
6,500 hotels across our 29 brands in 127 countries.
So now, along with combining your points, there is a new award chart. And I was reading through all of our comments and people, and I give people credit. Loyalty programs have burnt us many, many times in the past and tried to, pull the rug over our eyes. And I do see there is a new award chart. So let's talk about that. So, Starwood members are used to 30,000, 20,000 points a night because it was a much stronger currency, right? And that's why they're getting 3x more Marriott. So the new program, we did an analysis, but from your perspective, how did you go about putting together that combined redemption chart?
Yeah, so I think our members are going to be really excited when they see the full redemption chart. What we did is just to give members a good sense of what is going to happen when we roll out the new award chart starting in August, is we listed 5 cities around the world where they can go and get a sense. We've got New York properties, we have properties in Paris, we have properties in Dubai, in Bali, and I think I'm missing one more, but we have, some of our Caribbean and Mexico resorts. So they can get a sense for how the properties are going to move. The challenge is that the existing award charts, and we have 3 of them. Yeah. So we have the SPG award chart, the Marriott Rewards chart, and then we also have a Ritz-Carlton Rewards award chart. And they don't necessarily all completely line up. So we're taking all 6,500 hotels and we're placing them in the new award chart. And as we started to do this, we found that more properties are moving down in cost than are actually moving up, which is really fantastic. And so for your question,
so if you didn't hear that, so more properties are going to be less equivalent in the point structure than, so this is not, people are out there, and rightfully so, skeptical that there's going to be mass devaluation whenever, because these charts aren't announced yet. When are they going to be announced?
So the charts are announced, but the properties
the categories for each hotel.
Probably in about 6 weeks. So we're working through that now. We have 6,500 hotels to get through, and so it's a. But
we're going to do the math, David. We're going to hold you to the fire. So you said live that there's going to be more properties less.
That's right. No, and so there's good news in a number of places here. So one is that more properties are getting less expensive, and I know for a lot of your readers and followers, they love the incredible aspirational properties. And so even if you were to take properties that are now Category 7 in SPG. So Category 7 was 30,000 points for standard nights and 35,000 points for peak nights. So that's the equivalent at 3-to-1 ratio of being 90,000 and 105,000 points. Right. Our top award level, which is Category 8, is actually 85,000 points for standard nights and 100,000 for peak nights.
Right. So it's going to be less. So no matter how I know Starwood members were saying, 100,000 points for a night, that's crazy. Well, it's not Starwood points. That's in the new 3x currency. So I'm trying to help calm people down. I know, the math can be tricky, but they're truly, and we did the analysis, so obviously we're going to wait and see until those categories are announced, but you're here to quell our fears that it's not going to be, the Sheraton in Nashville is going to be Category 9 peak property.
No, not going to happen. And not only that, but for Starwood members, for SPG members, in those categories, we also have the off-peak nights. Yeah. So even if you take that Category 8, which today is going to be, or in the new program is going to be 85,000 and 100,000, there's also the off-peak, which is 70,000 points, which SPG members never had. So they're going to find that they're actually, not only are properties going down, but we have the off-peak pricing.
And you said 20% of properties will go to peak roughly, and 20% will be in off-peak.
That's right.
So it's not like 90% is going to be in peak all the time, and that's essentially the new tier that you're trying to pull the hood over our eyes. It's 20% up for peak property and 20% down, roughly.
Yeah. What we had said is that the peak pricing is about 20% more expensive than standard, and off-peak is about 20% less expensive.
And properties, will they have the ability to decide if they're peak or not, or does that go through the program?
Yeah, we'll end up helping place the properties so that typically we'll look at it as a market. So when New York is incredibly busy, then it'll be peak pricing, but you won't have, for example, you won't have times when some hotels decide that they want to charge members more or charge members less. So we'll end up doing that by market, and we're going to balance. So across 6,500 hotels, we'll roughly have the same number of peak nights as off-peak nights.
Okay, cool. So let's just get into questions. So people love the Marriott's hotel and flight packages. Are those going away?
No, they're not, and that's going to be great news for our SPG members. So the travel package is one of the most sort of excited and one of the richest ways that members would redeem on the Marriott side, and we're keeping those across.
And the SPG nights and flights.
The SPG nights and flights will.
And Marriott,
it'll stay as well. It'll move into these travel packages, so that's where we're going to combine them.
Got it. Okay, cool. So with these all-suite properties, St. Regis Maldives, the W Maldives, how are they priced this year? Does this mean they're going to go to Category 7? And so how would you price the all-suite properties this year? Because there isn't all-suite pricing on the new chart that was announced, right?
Yeah, so when we get through getting all of our 6,500 properties into the new award chart, we're also working through the suite pricing and some of those other prices which our members have loved but have required a few more points. And so that'll still be the case in the new program. So we've announced all of our award chart for the standard rooms, and then we will be rolling out the pricing for things like suites and other upgraded inventory.
And fifth night free on awards, is that staying?
No, that's still staying.
Staying. So, you heard it here. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, now let's just pivot a little bit towards elite status. This is where things get really tricky, especially since we've had matched elite status. SPG Gold has matched to Marriott Gold this past year, when Marriott Gold is now going to be platinum in the new program. So bring us through logistics in August when these programs merge. Let's not even get into lifetime yet. How will elite status work in 2018 and then going ahead in 2019?
Yeah, so in 2018, we're not going to be making any changes that would take anything away from any of our existing members. And so for somebody who has Marriott Gold status today, we'll end up continuing for the rest of the year to give them access to all the benefits.
Even a matched gold. So if someone's an SPG gold with the matched Marriott gold, they'll have that throughout 2018.
They will. It'll change in August when we move to the new tiers. And
but will they get platinum then in the new program if they have a matched?
So the members who have earned gold on the Marriott side will then get platinum. They'll be at 50 nights, they'll earn platinum. If they've earned it on things like the credit card, for members who have matched, they'll be getting then the gold status, which is really more equivalent to the SPG gold status. Which is
what the original match was to begin with. So basically, if you've had Marriott Gold and you've been enjoying, you're not going to go to platinum because all along, if you got through Amex Platinum. And let's just talk about Amex Platinum. Will they continue to get gold in the new program?
They will continue to get gold in the new program.
But you will not get platinum in the new program because you've always gotten SPG gold. And it's been a nice year and a half of getting that extra perk, but that's no longer, you're not going to get platinum from having the Amex Platinum card.
That's right. But the other thing for I think all of your viewers to remember is that for those who earned gold status, I think some look at the new gold status and they think, oh my gosh, they've taken things away. In fact, to your point, that actually is the new platinum status because that's at 50 nights, and so they'll still have access to lounges. They'll get the 4 p.m. late checkout.
So bring me through a Marriott Gold who's like breakfast and access. So as a new platinum in the program, so nothing is being taken away.
Right.
In terms of perks. And what would a Marriott Gold that will now be a platinum, what else will they be getting that they never had before?
Yeah, so the great news is that we brought really the best of the elite benefits into the new program. And so for a Marriott Platinum at 50 nights, which is clearly less than what it takes today on the Marriott side to earn Platinum, they'll earn things like Sweet Night Awards, which is a great benefit. SPG members have loved that. So you'll earn 5 Sweet Night Awards. You'll also have an expanded set of benefits with respect to breakfast. So we've expanded breakfast across now 23 brands in the combined program. And so a lot of the brands such as Courtyard and a lot of the resorts, which typically you didn't get breakfast at today, which is a big one, I think, for our members. They now will have breakfast as a choice in the welcome amenity or access to the lounge if they have a lounge.
Got it. And there was a lot of questions around that. So if a property already offers breakfast, a Platinum can choose points as an amenity and still get the lounge breakfast, correct?
Yeah, it's typical to have, it's the same way it's worked for SPG. So we've had breakfast as part of the welcome amenity. You can choose breakfast or points. But if the property has a lounge and you have lounge access, because the one caveat there is Ritz-Carlton has lounges, but members haven't had access to that. But for the rest of them, they can just choose the points and still visit the lounge.
Got it. So this is a big one for me because I always book my friends with me and family members. And in SPG, I could earn elite credit for up to 3 rooms per stay. Is that going to stay in the new program?
Yeah, we are adopting the Marriott policy on that. So you'll earn points for those rooms, but you will only earn night credit for 1 room.
Got it. So only the room that you stay in is when you're going to get the elite credit. So that's a little bit of a sting for me, but I at least get more credits from the credit card, right? We'll get to that in a minute. Another perk people love, and this is an elite status, I missed it before, is at Starwood, if you have the same, if you live in the same household as someone, you can transfer points for free, which is great to build up your account. Is that going to stay?
Yeah, that will stay. In fact, we're adopting the Marriott policy there as well, which has actually been a little bit more generous on point transfer. So you'll continue to be able to earn and transfer points
at no cost.
Yeah, at no cost to your family members.
Awesome. Very, very cool. All right, now let's talk about lifetime status. Lots of anxiety here. I luckily got my lifetime SPG Platinum last year. So let's talk about me. So my SPG Lifetime Platinum status, well, what does that equal in the new program?
Yeah, it'll still be Lifetime Platinum, and it'll carry all the same benefits, which is terrific. So existing Lifetime members will continue to have Lifetime. And the one thing there is for some members who earned Lifetime Gold in Marriott, as we talked about, Gold really is becoming a little bit closer to Platinum. And so we're going to be giving those members Lifetime Platinum, which is a really great benefit.
So Marriott Lifetime Gold will get, in August, lifetime platinum in the new program.
They will, that's right.
Okay.
Because, and the reason is for us, it
Starwood lifetime gold would not get lifetime platinum because it's, yeah.
We'll get gold,
We'll
yeah.
get gold. Okay.
And look, our members they've been loyal to us, and we want to make sure we're loyal to them. And so when they started on that journey to get lifetime gold, they were expecting access to things like lounge.
Yeah.
And so we didn't want to take that away.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. You guys have, or you come from Starwood, but I mean, Marriott people have had to hustle harder. I mean, my takeaway of this is like Marriott members should be rejoicing because you're getting upgrades like you've never had suite upgrades before and other perks. So I think.
So that's going to happen, but then going forward, so for this year, all of the existing requirements for lifetime continue. So for people who are really close, they still can hit lifetime status this year. Starting next year, we're then moving to a slightly different structure. It's very close to what we had with SPG, where it's a combination of total number of nights and 10-year at that status.
And then so this year in August, all Marriott, Ritz, Starwood points will come together to hit the current qualification, which is 10 years and 500 nights, right?
Yes, on the SPG
but
side.
Starting in 2019, correct me if I'm wrong, you have to have 600 nights, is that correct?
Yeah, so what we know is that when members are able to combine their accounts, it's going to be easier to hit some of those thresholds. And so some of those thresholds went up just a little bit. So to your point, it went from 500 nights to 600 nights.
Yep.
But I think for most of your viewers, it's still pretty achievable.
Yeah, so right now you can go online to all three programs and it'll show your lifetime nights to date, or do you have to call to get that?
Yeah, that's a great question and not one that I know off the top of my head.
But in worst case, you can usually call and they can look it up, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And the good news is that all this information is online. So you can go to members.marriott.com and you can find all the new tiers and the benefits and the requirements.
Got it. And now, so I've been ambassador for 4 years or so now. So there's a $20,000 spend requirement. I think a lot of people were expecting spend requirements at every level. Tell the truth, were you toying about putting spend requirements for platinum and gold similar to how the airlines have as well?
No, we never thought about it. So the one place we did was with the ambassador service, and largely it's because we need to make sure that we have a really small group of members that we can take extraordinary care of, and we're expanding it. So we're going to be doubling the size of our ambassador program, but we did have to have a spend requirement there, but we never thought about it anywhere else. And the reason is for us, it's a little bit different than an airline. We have such a wide range of brands, and we want to make sure people who are loyal to us, who are staying in Courtyards and Spring Hill Suites and Four Points, don't feel as though they are treated anybody differently who's then loyal to us at Sheraton and Marriott and Westin. And
so will you have lifetime platinum ambassador status? Are you thinking about putting a lifetime so you have an ambassador for the rest of your life, or is that?
We'll have to see. I think that's a tough one. The ambassadors are really meant to make life easy for people who are on the road, day in and day out, and so that's where we concentrate our focus.
Cool. We gotta start wrapping up. So now let's get into the juicy part, the credit cards. So I was a little bit shocked, when you chose to stay with both Chase and American Express. Correct. So the high level, from my perspective, is that Amex will get the super high-end $450 premium card and small business cards going forward, and Chase gets the mass, high-end consumer card. Is that like the high-end theme of what's going on?
Yeah, that's right. And the great news is that we took our amazing cards, which I know a lot of your viewers and a lot of our members, they absolutely love, and we made them better in many cases. So I know a lot of our members are asking about some of the specific benefits because things did change a little bit. But overall,
let's talk about the elephant in the room, because I do think probably the number one negative thing that I've heard from legacy Starwood SPG card members is that with the new conversions, the new SPG Amex, every day, you're gonna pay more for a card that offers less base earn on everyday spend, right? So in the new system, you earn 1 point, or currently you earn 1 point, which would be 3 in the new system, and then I had to reread it several times over, and it's 2 points, which is a 33% decrease in everyday spend. How do you explain that to these rapidly? And you, David, by the way, launched the SPG Amex co-brand years ago. So how can you explain to those people that there's still value in that card and why you did that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great card. What we know is that most card members spend under $35,000. And so if you spend under $35,000, the card just got richer, which is amazing news for the vast majority of card members. And so on your everyday spend, it's true. It's going to 2 points per dollar on everyday spend, but you also get a free night certificate up to 35,000 points. And that's why it gets richer for anybody who spends under $35,000. For those who spend more, that's why we launched the luxury card, which is fantastic. I mean, it comes with a free night certificate up to $50,000, a $300 statement credit when you stay in our hotels. We've got $100 for global entry, and all of our cards now also have 15 nights credit towards status, which we never had before. So it's got a wealth of new benefits.
And you can also, for the first time ever, spend to get platinum.
And you can spend to get platinum.
75,000, right?
And that was something that was really important for our members. And so I think, so for those people who are high spenders, I think they're going to love being able to get platinum in our hotels.
Yeah. Anything else in the credit card front? And do we have any other questions? We got to wrap up shortly, but if there's any other questions from the live, I asked.
One was, are the nights and flights prices changing?
Are the nights and flights prices changing? Well,
yeah, it's a good question, because as we combine the two programs, we are similar to the award chart. We are trying to make sure that we align them where we can. So we'll have that information, I think, that comes out. Again, we roll out our award chart. We'll have all of that pricing.
Well, I think, you know, of course we have to see where the hotels lie, but as an SPG, so I'm a 100-night platinum, which means I get 4 SPG points per dollar spent at properties, which would be 12 in the new system. I'm now going to get 17.5, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's, I mean, let's think about this. We looked at all the changes analytically, and people are saying we're not being critical enough or whatever, but I'm earning that's significantly more points, valuable points in just the elite earn. So, and then with the SPG Amex, you still earn 6 now. So you earn 6. So I'll be earning, you know,
you'll be earning a lot of points.
23.5 points per dollar at being, you know, 100-night platinum. That's pretty.
Yeah, it's amazing. And
it's more than in the old program, and the award levels have not increased. So I don't understand. I want people to do some math for themselves in their own situation. But like, trust me, we went through this stuff. Like there's no, I mean, so, you know, you know, we of course are pro-consumer and thinking, but you know, when thinking about these changes, I do think, in general, you know, this is pretty much as good as we could have expected. You know, airlines always say we're going to take the best of both programs and then hack away. So I guess we have to see down the line. But you know, considering starting in September of 2016, you guys allowed instant transfers. I thought for sure it would be one way, right? Capture all my SPG points and slowly rot out that program and make us forget SPG. But you know, I was actually pretty enthused when you were, you know, named the head of the program, because you're an SPG guy. So you get SPG and why people love that program.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll leave it to you to end on, you know, to those people who are still skeptical of the new program, who think their valuable Starwood has been gutted. What would you say to them?
Yeah, no, I mean, we feel really good about the program we unveiled. And I think our members will, as they start to see all the details and get used to the new award structure. And in general, we really did try to bring the best of both programs together. So to your point, we made the points richer when you stay in the property. Your example, it's, you know, 35 or 40% more points that you would be earning. And that's true across the program. We brought in the best of the elite benefits, so suite night awards, ambassador, expanded breakfast. And we also made some great changes to our credit cards. You know, so for those who had we have a lot of card members that had the Chase Marriott credit card, which has now gotten twice as rich. So they used to earn 1 point per dollar, they're now earning 2 points per dollar. So it's really good news across the board. And in the end, look, our members, they're the beating heart of our organization, right? We're in hospitality. And so for us to put together a program which I think gives our members, you know, not only more points, but also endless inspiration is pretty amazing.
Cool. And we didn't even get into the other stuff, like all the new experience packages, but there's a lot more like newness and creativity coming to the program.
Yeah.
I love live music. I was just at Coachella this weekend using SPG and the amazing access that they had. So I think, I don't know, I'm optimistic. I'm not a paid a spokesperson for Marriott by any sense. I've been a member for over 10 years now, and there's always going to be change, but I think in general these changes are good for travelers. If you have more questions, which I'm sure you do, we love hearing it. Comment on our post. We're going to be doing a all-encompassing FAQ later today. TPG editor-at-large Zach Honig, who's been a Hyatt Guys for years, he is publishing his post. It's probably live now on why he's actually switching his loyalty to Marriott with these new changes. Or it's going up at, what, 1 o'clock or something like that. So, but we've got a direct line. The Marriott people have been great with answering our questions. We know how crazy TPG readers get, so keep asking them. And as always, DM me on Instagram at Brian Kelly, and I'll try to get your questions answered as well. But David, thanks for coming, and
Thanks,
congrats
Brian.
on the new program.
Appreciate it. Thank you.